Hello, welcome back to
Oh wait,
another
no.
edition of the SHI tournament featuring Panic Restaurant. That is pretty loud in my ear.
Sorry, Larry. I'm sorry. I was a minute off.
20, just add a minute to whatever, 25,
All right.
44.
Okay.
Buzz, we have a lower bowl matchup here, the Cesspool Championship round between JSR and NIRM. And they are both ascending. They're both floating to the upper deck, but they're trying here to fight for the right to party and to humiliate.
Yes, also to pick a game for the next SHI tournament.
Yeah, the winner does get to nominate a game, and the winner also gets to pick the game that either Jackamus Wedge or Ryan 7 will have to play on their 1 hour required humiliation stream.
Can we just call it Ryan Sevens right now?
We could, but Jackamus has not been doing fairly well in the tournament, but I expect him not to be Ryan 7. And
I'm looking for a new Joshy D.
Who are your candidates so far for new Josh D? Let's talk about him.
For new Joshy D, man, I don't know. Larry, you're looking pretty good yourself, honestly.
I honestly am, but you know what? I win just enough to not lose.
Yes, exactly. But with this new format, that's the real issue. Is that it's not the same people anymore. Now you have people, who are doing well and stuff like that. I don't know.
I mean, BGT is the original BGT, so he can't be the new Joshy D. JSR just
Right.
missed that
Can't do
elevator.
that.
That was odd. Yeah, I mean, listen, the problem is your new chokes, your new Joshy Ds, they're going to be in the cesspool, and you're never going to see them. So you're going to have to find, like, the worst of the best to whip back down, and then just watch them rebound the next month because they're the best of the worst kind of deal. Like, a guy who will go back and forth, up and down multiple times. I could probably fit that bill, although I don't think I'd rebound. Dick Shake is a guy who might do that.
Yeah, I was gonna put him in that spot, but again, like we've seen, Coach Crab, he plays well in some tournaments, but then the other one, he was in the Ultimate Loser match, so he could do the same thing. Nobody is immune to this.
No, not at all, and certainly, I do worry that whoever does sink is going to start a trend of leaving the tournament, and we already have...
that's... Yeah, I know. I was going to say that's 100% likely if you look at the history of it.
Yeah, 100%, 2 for 2 so far.
Enough.
Yeah.
But also you have to live in California, and only half of them have a desk, so it's hard to say.
All right. Well, I mean, it's been over 3 minutes already. Let's talk about the race here a little bit. What is your favorite cereal of all time?
Of all times, my favorite is probably Golden Grams. I like that one. I did go through like a phase when I was younger. There was they're releasing what was it, like Reese's Peanut Butter Puffs.
I always felt like with the peanut butter cereals, like you had to continuously keep eating it for it to be all right. And then it had that aftertaste kind of thing. Like Oreo O's had that for me as well.
It was almost like it was greasy towards the end, like there was grease in the bowl a little bit. Like if I think about it now, but like at the time, like, I'm a little kid and I just want sugar. So that's all I wanted to have.
Yeah.
But there was another one. I think there was another one that was just like a peanut butter cereal. I can't remember what it was called.
Peanut butter Crunch?
Puffs?
Peanut Butter Crunch from Captain Crunch Berries?
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah. That's exactly right. That was another one as far as the sweet ones. But then again, also, Lucky Charms was the classic because I would always do the... that was one I would rarely get because my parents wouldn't let me eat the sweet cereal all the time. But when I did get that, you would like... swim around and eat all the grain pieces, and then you would just have a bowl full of marshmallows, and it was like the best thing in the world.
For some reason, eating cereal that had processed... By the way, Nierm died on the burner. You think JSR is going to go for the skip here? Yeah, I think he is. I think he's lining this up. This is now a natural part of his run. Why don't you explain what this is?
Yeah, apparently this is a strategy I thought that might be a possibility, but apparently is, where you go into the bonus game and it does advance you in the level. So if you go in there and lose as quickly as possible, like we do see JSR doing right there, he does a little celebration because he got the very first drop. I'm not really sure how rare that is, but if you get out of that bonus game as quick as you possibly can, it actually is faster than running the level itself. So that will be implemented into any future world record of this game. That's going to be part of it. And you saw it here first.
He did do it in the other race he had against Puke 7, but he got the bomb. I think it was the second egg or third egg or something like that, and he said it was basically a wash when he got it. If he didn't get it, Nirm had to go around the long way, and he got the toaster skip. Marshmallow cereals, marshmallows. When I bit into the marshmallow, like, I felt like nails on a chalkboard to me. So I never really got into the marshmallow cereals. I like a good chocolate cereal. I think I ate strawberry shortcake cereal as a kid and dig shaked all over my house afterwards. So fruity cereals like have that bad memory associated with it. But I do like Captain Crunch. I would say Cocoa Pebbles, Captain Crunch, Frosted Flakes, maybe my 3 favorites. There was a cereal called Rocky Road cereal one time.
Yeah, I've never had that one.
Yeah, that might still be around somewhere, but I like that one. Oh, Nirm is getting the, what do we call that? We call that the early bird seafood special, when you get hit by the shrimp as you try to jump onto the top ledge.
Yeah, exactly. That's all you can eat right there.
Yeah, it certainly is all you can eat. Is that a pun, or is that just an accurate comment?
It's maybe both. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so those cereals were pretty good. Chat asks, is anyone else in California besides BGT in the tournament? I don't know. Puke 7 California? Somebody else is in California. I thought I saw them mentioning stuff like that.
Oh yeah, now that we have all of our regular Californians gone, it's hard to say.
All right, Hefe, with the Frosted Flakes, what is your milk to cereal ratio? Do you go right to the top of the cereal? Do you go halfway down? Because how do you mitigate keeping it nice and crispy, or do you just take short bowls?
That's an interesting point, because that a lot of that depends on whether your cereal floats or sinks. Now that's a big important thing, like depending on how much you throw in there. Because if the stuff rises to the top, and you still have that milk on the bottom, it's not a big deal because stuff will stay on top. But if it's just soaking at the bottom, that kind of gets it all, mushy or whatnot. And I'm not a fan of mushy cereal. I have talked to people who are, but that's not for me.
Yeah, and we do apologize. We are pre-recorded right now. We were doing this offline while my internet was rebooting. So if we don't keep up with chat, there's a reason for it. We can't see it. I would say, Cocoa Pebbles, I would pack in a bowl and pour just enough milk to get to the top, and then just, take heaping spoonfuls of it and eat it, and then drink all the milk after it. What is the... if I was live, this question comes in from the racer Nirm. What's the cereal with the best after-cereal milk? Ooh.
Oh, yeah. That's a good question. I always liked cinnamon. What was it?
Toast Crunch.
Yeah, that one had a really good milk. But also any of your chocolate ones, like you said, your Cocoa Pebbles or your. There was a Rice Krispie version of that. What was that one called?
Cocoa Pebbles. Cocoa Krispies.
Cocoa
Krispies. Yeah.
Cocoa Krispies.
See, he adds fruit to his cereal, so he's automatically disqualified from talking about food ever again in my channel.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever done that.
Crunchberry milk is alright because it's got that strawberry quick taste to it, where I can get sick if I drink strawberry quick for some reason. I love it, and then I just drink a whole bottle of it, and it just makes me sick for the rest of the day. But Captain Crunch will have the minimum amount of berries in a bowl to make the milk just strawberry quickie enough. So I like that. JSR takes an intentional death there. We're on the ice level, so we might want to take a little bit more care here. JSR takes another death there. I don't know what he's trying to do, if he's trying to skip. But he's definitely getting careless, and Nirm is definitely catching up here. But Nirm now takes a death, so we'll just go right back to cereal. Yeah, chocolate cereals are probably... Cocoa Puffs is another one. But I never leave the chocolate cereal in milk too long to get the good chocolatey taste thereafter. Oreo cereal, I guess, is one that has good milk, because you got the cream, you got the chocolate, like, you know, list goes on and on.
I mean, I don't think I've ever had Oreo cereal. I never even saw that.
Scrambled egg with ketchup, that's alright. I can deal with that. That's alright.
Scrambled eggs with ketchup?
I mean, you never had like a bacon and egg sandwich with ketchup? A salt and pepper? Like, that's like normal.
I'm a big breakfast guy.
I can do with or without.
I don't understand putting ketchup on eggs. My eggs taste delicious.
I mean, I can do with
anything on them.
Yeah, I mean, it's like eating a different meal. With it, without it, like, I can do it both. That's fine with me. I love a good breakfast. I don't like cheese on my breakfast sandwiches, but a good bacon and egg sandwich, like 2 eggs, crispy bacon on a nice fresh Kaiser roll. Mayonnaise.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm not into ketchup on it, but I like hot sauce on my eggs.
I can do it hot sauce too. Like, I can eat eggs. Like, breakfast food to me is very versatile. Like, I can have it any part. I can have pancakes for dinner, cereal for dinner, and I'm all right with that.
Oh yeah, I've come up with just like my good egg sandwich over easy. I've been putting guacamole on my egg sandwiches. It's just so good.
I probably wouldn't do that one, but I probably... What's the weirdest food combination that you do that people would probably make fun of you for?
I mean, probably that one right there, but I mean, if you took a bite of it, you would change your mind immediately. I tell
you what, going back to the breakfast sandwich thing, there are times where I would get like a breakfast sandwich at the old deli where I used to live by, and I couldn't believe how many people took a double take when I asked for this, but like an egg and bacon on a bagel with cream cheese. And you would think
just because you added cream cheese to it?
You would think I actually killed a member of their family the way they reacted sometimes. Like, they had to make sure they heard me correctly. Like, cream cheese? Yeah, cream cheese. I want everything bagel with little cream cheese, light on cream cheese. You don't have to put the massive amounts on it.
Right.
And 2 eggs, bacon, and salt, pepper.
Yeah, I don't know. That's I've never done that myself, but I could understand, I mean, it being a little odd, but it's not a big deal because bagel and cream cheese is normal. But again, that's normally all you have. You don't have the other stuff on there as well.
Well, so is peanut butter on a bread, but you don't put peanut butter with tuna fish on a bread, so it's like kind of maybe it's like the same thing to them. Cream cheese on everything. There's so many things I'll eat cream cheese on. Like, put it in chili. Like, I really like a good cream cheese.
Oh, see, I always do sour cream and chili. I never done cream cheese.
Any meltable cheese.
That sounds like it's pretty good.
All right, so we're making our way here through the final stage. We'll curtail. We'll ask our esteemed runners about their favorite overrated quarterbacks after this is done. That was next on the docket, but we'll take a look here. Nirm is in a lead a little bit. No, he's not. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's just a little bit behind.
Half a checkpoint behind. And he takes that death, and he's going to be a little bit more behind now. I don't know what his health situation was there, if that was a intentional death situation.
That was his last hit, so that might have been intentional.
Obviously, it was his last hit, I guess, Larry, because he died on 1 hit, so... but JSR is going to go into his nearest checkpoint here, and I keep looking at the other screen to see if there's a delay so I can catch it, and I think he took an intentional death as well. Both players in this championship... Sorry, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Only one person can have that title.
That's right.
They're, not experimenting, but they're, putting this to all limits. No one's putting a priority on just going. They're putting a priority on safety, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, the only risky part would be JSR doing the bonus game, because that could backfire, potentially. But other than that, it seems, they're taking the intentional deaths at the spots where you should, or where, it's, beneficial.
JSR gets in a little bit of a sticky situation right there. Takes a hit. He's
Yeah.
gonna go into his last checkpoint now. I'm gonna put the lid back on this bottle with the ketchup on food discussion. I can't stand cold ketchup. So if I could put it in a situation where at least it gets warmed up, like on an egg sandwich or whatever, I'm okay with that. I don't like ketchup from the refrigerator on my hamburger. I would rather it be of room temperature or sitting on the hamburger so it gets heated up. What do we have as far as a lead here? Let's take a look at it. JSR, let's see. Thing goes off the screen at 29 seconds. And for Nirm, off the screen at 40 seconds. So 11-second
Yeah,
lead?
so it's I'd say a 5-second difference.
Why don't you take us through this final fight here?
Oh well, I mean, you got to throw eggs at the balloon, and it's pretty easy. Don't get hit by the carrots. Throw eggs at the balloon, and you're fine.
And they're both fine, and that was very close.
Yeah, wow, I didn't notice JSR's reaction there. Very, very good. Good, very happy with the win. But yeah, there's your I don't even know what to call it. Like, what do we call this match? The cesspool?
I call it the Floaters Championship, and
The
JSR.
Floaters Championship. Okay, so he's the lighter of the two floaters.
I mean, the one with more density, the one that would rise faster. That was
Yeah.
a 3-second victory, 16:09 to 16:12. Now there was a lot of places where either player could have had a little bit of problems here and there. They had their problems. JSR doing the skip of the level, Nirm dying at to the burner. We had JSR dying at the ice pop right into the ceiling. So there's quite a few things here going on. We'll wait for these guys to join us and see what they have to say about the situation. What stood out to you the most?
I mean, pretty consistent. There was a couple of bad deaths that both of them did, like JSR on 5. Nirm had a couple. That one in early on 5, the fork getting bounced back. The death to the burner that Nirm had. But yeah, the bonus game for JSR is one of the bigger standouts, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, JSR had that lead and then gave it back, and I'm not sure if he just gave it back through death abuses, trying to get his life back, like trying to play safer. He gave up a little bit of lead, or if Nirm just did some levels better than him. I'm trying to look at their splits right now. JSR has a couple golds in there. One of them being the soup level, salad level, where he had that skip. It always confuses me because there are soup vats in the salad level, and I always want to call it the soup level. Somebody didn't communicate with somebody on the naming of these levels. Yeah, I mean, Nirm lost a lot of time in the soup stage to the salad stage because of him dying a couple times, and gained a lot of it back in the last level where JSR lost about 35 seconds, and Nirm gained back like 14 seconds. So, yeah.
Yeah, hard to say from looking at the splits, but yeah, it was a little bit of a back and forth there, and Nirm creeped back into it, but just couldn't seal the deal at the end.
All right, we're going to try to get these guys here. Give us 1 second. I'm just going to type a message to them.
I was a little nervous, but that wasn't because it was the race. I was on big PB pace until that one screen in meat where there's the popsicles that fly up, and then you got that spike pit with the two lifts or cranes or whatever the heck they're supposed to be. And to be honest, at that point, I was looking sub 15. I was like, dude, I'm going for it. And I missed the first time. I was like, all right, whatever. And then I died again. So it went from potentially a sub 15 to, oh crap, now I just got to worry about the race. And from that point on, I mean, other than that, it was a decent run. No deaths. I mean, my sexy ice cream was not very sexy, but other than that, I mean, that was a solid run, I guess.
Yeah, definitely a rough room in meat. I really didn't notice you doing anything else wrong. I mean, there was an intentional death in 6, but that was just beneficial for you. I did just want to ask about your bonus game strategies, and the way that looked, I'm pretty sure that the world record holders need to implement that into their runs, because that seemed faster than walking.
It's 3 or 4 seconds faster if you get the first bomb, which I did get. In fact, looking at the SRL times, that mini game was the difference in our race. I saw Arcus practicing that when he was practicing this game for the Big 20, and I was like, dude, I'm totally going for that. I mean, why not? And in my race against Puke, I got like the third bomb when I got the first. So
okay, see, yeah, I was kind of questioning that. I know we've mentioned it in another race. I was like, well, is that faster? Is that a possibility? But I didn't realize that the patterns are different. So you need to get lucky. So that will be implemented in the future. People keep running this game, and then they're just going to have to. That'll be a big reset point.
Exactly. I mean,
based
it's
on
not like
how many. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, it's not like this game is like super tough to get to that point in the run on PB pace anyways, because I mean, that's midway through Salad. I mean,
yeah,
I think a good runner of this game could get to that point on close to PB pace pretty consistently. This isn't a tough game to run.
No, yeah, that's not a problem. That's something that needs to be picked up by the task, because it could get even shorter easily. But I'm pretty sure the world record holders, number 1 and 2, were duking it out for a while. But it seems like they both just kind of they're like, all right, we're done now. They just stopped.
But it was awesome being in this tournament. I can't wait for the next one. Watching you guys do roller games and wacky races, I was on the outside looking in. I just couldn't wait for my opportunity to get in this. And it's been a ton of fun to select a game for you guys to vote on, as well as to see what games you guys have picked. I have an idea of what game I'm going to select for the loser, and I'll post all that in the Discord as soon as I know it. I also want to say GG to you, Nir, if you're here. He here?
He is here. Yeah, I wanted to ask a question while he's muted right now. I might be going to walk it off, get a drink. I wanted to ask you about I had my mic on mute, so locally everyone heard me, but not you guys. The guys that are trading the world record back and forth now, were they Big 20 guys and they're just done with the game, or were they just running this game for the sake of it?
Well, Sidetracked, I don't think he was in the Big 20, was he?
As far as I know, neither of them were. They were just playing this game at like Herexen was playing it even before I think it was announced in the Big 20, and then Sidetracked just came out of nowhere, and they were just both going back and forth for a while. And I really it might have been their maybe their motivation was increased by the Big 20 happening and stuff like that, but they just kept knocking off like a second or a half a second like every day or two and trading off. But I don't think either of them ran the Big 20. They were just guys who liked the game.
And I think Nirm's here now.
Yeah, my microphone was messing up.
Hey, no, join the club, man. My whole freaking setup is messing up, and I'm about to punch something or somebody. Why don't you take us through it?
So I took a hit in the third carrot of the game, so that was awesome. And then that salad stage was just a nightmare. I got burned to death by the stupid fire thing. And then I think I died. The walk dude kicked my ass.
Yeah, walk dude hit you.
I got the early
Yeah.
shrimp, and then I jumped right back up there and got shrimped again. And then I just died, and it was awful.
Yeah, you got the early bird seafood special when you tried to jump up to the top ledge and you die. That's like minimal time though. I mean, it's a time loss. It's a time loss is a time loss in a race like this. That fire though, that one was that one seemed like it was the deal breaker. How'd you do on the ice level compared to practice?
Ice level, I feel like ice level was pretty good actually. Really, the last two stages I felt were pretty clean. Just not enough time to make up. Actually, no, the ice level I got knocked into the spikes in the very beginning when I grabbed the fork.
Mm.
So that was another huge time loss actually.
Yeah, well, I mean, I honestly like there's a pick involved. You're both going to be ascending. Like you wanted to nominate a game. You wanted to give somebody the ultimate loser, a game the race and stuff like that. That's between Ryan 7 and Jackamus Wedge. That should be coming up sometime this month. But you are ascending to the upper level. Is there anybody you want to humble when you get there?
I don't have anybody in particular in mind, but I'm sure as time goes on, I'll form some opinions about people, and when I get those opinions, they'll be humbled.
Yeah, it's
Are there anybody in the upper deck who's not here right now?
No one's here right now because we're not live.
Oh. Would there not have been anybody here? You know who I'm talking about.
Well, yeah, I mean, one person has decided he wants to play Zelda 2 100% all keys instead of help run the tournament. But we can humble him if we want to.
I'm just letting you know, Mr. Shake. I'm coming for the belt, brother. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm done. That's all I had.
Can you do like a Mike Tyson call out though?
I'm coming for the belt, brother. Oh yeah.
Voices. All I got is Tyson and Macho Man. I got to come up with more voices.
I mean, that's like all you are to me. Maybe I'm the one being shallow, but still, I mean, can you give us a Ric Flair?
Woo, that's about it.
Oh, that's about as good as everyone else.
Oh man, I really thought that was gonna work a lot better.
Nature Boy.
Yeah, I want to hear some. Nobody says Nature Boy.
Woo!
Like, half the people I ask are like, I don't know Ric Flair. I was like, God, what's wrong with people nowadays? Yeah, I'm telling you, it's people don't know.
They need to know.
I don't think I can get loud enough to do a Ric Flair.
I think I would have
people
to get
sleeping in my house.
Yeah,
you gotta be overmodulated for sure.
I could probably do it, but all my impressions sound the same.
They don't know what the Monday Night Wars are. If they only watch WWE, then they don't know what they missed out on.
Guy, I talk to people who are like 19 years old when I stream, and I'm just like, you don't remember this? No. And then I talk to other people like, oh my God, I was in first grade when that happened. What do you mean first grade when that happened? It was freaking 2002, dude. I'm going to kick you in the face. And I get pissed off. I hate those
They don't
people.
know about the finger poke of doom. They don't know about the Stone Cold making Vince McMahon piss his pants. You know what I mean? Like,
how about filling the Corvette with concrete at the Nassau Memorial Coliseum, Uniondale, New York?
When they buried Undertaker alive, man.
And then they did it a second time.
Mankind through the stage. By God, he's dead. He's dead.
He's got a
Dude,
family.
They missed out on all that.
Oh yeah. As God is my witness, he's broken in half.
Remember when Mae Young gave birth to the hand?
Oh God.
Fucking Mae Young, dude. God rest her soul, but yeah, she should have kept her shirt on, dude. Oh my God.
Oh, jeez. We got Miss Kitty out of that one though, but still.
She was very cute.
All right. Darren, we'll start with you. Two last important questions for both of you before we leave and try to salvage whatever mess I made.
Okay.
All right. I understand. I brought this topic up with you before. It was Oreos. I think it was Oreo O's was your favorite cereal that's not there anymore. Correct?
No, I absolutely hate Oreo O's.
Oh, then it was
Every fiber
Zarnax.
of my
I'm
being.
sorry. Sorry about that. What is your favorite cereal that's not around anymore?
That's not around anymore. That's kind of tough because every once in a while, like I'll find some old cereal that I like, and I'm like, oh shit, it's still around.
All right. What is that cereal then?
Rice Krispie treats in the purple box.
Why is the purple box with marshmallows? Is that why?
Yes.
Okay. My cereal game is on point tonight. JSR, what about you?
Okay, well, I've got one that's seasonal. It only comes around once a year, and I always stock up on it whenever it comes back, and that is Boo Berries.
They made Boo Berries seasonal?
Yeah, we don't get those in Vegas unless it's like right before Halloween. So like that's like a month away, dude. I'm about to stock up.
How does Boo Berries taste different than like? Well, I guess it's a blueberry flavor.
Yeah, it's a blueberry with marshmallows. It's like diabetes in a box, basically, but it's a.
Do you think Choke Me I Like It and or Joshy D buy the big puffed wheat cereal that comes in the biodegradable bag? Because they come from
Joshy D,
California.
100%.
What was that?
100% Joshy D.
He probably makes his own.
Gluten-free and organic.
I think Choke's too much of a family man. He might buy the big bag of like the store brand cereal and save a little bit of money.
See, Choke's from California, Buzz, but I don't think he really fits that nomenclature, that stereotypical role from being California. He probably grills his cereal.
Yeah, that sounds right. I mean, not as much as Joshy D, but yeah, Joshy D has like free range cereal.
I mean, Choke right now is marinating like a box of Quaker Oats, Quaker Life. The Mikey likes it. It's like sautéing right now in like a blend of teriyaki, Jack Daniels, and barbecue. It's just ready to be grilled for tomorrow. That's what we got there. Overrated quarterbacks. JSR, go.
Oh God, right now or all time?
All time.
Vinny Testaverde.
Oh, what the hell? What's wrong with Vinny Testaverde?
Well, first of all, here's what's wrong with Vinny Testaverde. One, he was a Jet. By the way, does anyone remember where they were when Vinny Testaverde broke his leg or whatever that was? Blew out his ACL on opening day?
I don't remember that.
I was getting a haircut, and I have two stories about. I'm going to tell the story right now. I have two stories about Jets and costing me opportunities. One of them was the Vinny Testaverde tear his ACL on game one. I was getting a haircut before a wedding, and then I was bragging about the injury all night, and I almost got my ass kicked by a couple toughs, couple ruffians at the wedding that drank too much. And then there was a time I applied. I was working at McDonald's. I applied for service merchandise, like to just work at service merchandise. It was like one of the cool, you always had that cool store that people worked at in your school, in your high school. And everyone was trying to like get a word in, like, oh, can you hook me up with a job at the library and stuff like that? Service merchandise was one of them. And I'm sitting in the break room filling out an application, and I kid you not, it was the fake spike play with Dan Marino, where he motioned to spike the ball, and then he threw it anyway, and all the Jets weren't doing anything because he thought he was going to spike the ball. Dude, I celebrated so loud in that break room, I don't think I got the job because of that. Did you not watch the Vinny Testaverde PSAs with United Way when he was trying to do the magic?
No, I never saw
Vinny Testaverde is a magician on the field. And he would start doing these magic tricks, and he wouldn't, like, none of them would work. He's like, does anyone know the milk trick? And then he'd start pouring milk in this funnel, and it would just go everywhere, and the kids were just looking, like, gave the most not impressed face ever. The United Way PSAs were pretty good back then.
I'll have to look it up. I don't know if I've ever seen that one. I bet you they're on YouTube, though.
Oh, probably. Vinny Testaverde and Deuce Staley, where he's doing the spelling bee. Those are the two ones I remember the most. And Nierm, your most overrated quarterback is?
Warren Moon.
Like, you guys are both picking quarterbacks that had successful NFL careers. Why Warren Moon? Because of his AFL or CFL hype?
He was, like, he had a couple of good seasons on a team that was full of stars, but, like, he himself was not that great. Like,
I'd like to amend my Most overrated quarterback of all time.
We have an amendment on the table. Buzz Thunder, do you allow it?
Yeah, it's good with me.
Go right ahead.
Joe Flacco, dude.
Hey, he's like a.
What's wrong with Joe Flacco?
He's a walking back surgery.
Didn't he win a Super Bowl?
The only reason he has a ring
Couple, right?
is because of that defense and his supporting cast. That guy hasn't done anything since he got paid.
So he's like the Jim McMahon of the modern day.
Oh, I'm sorry. Trent Dilfer got the other Super Bowl.
Yeah, Trent Dilfer got it, but nobody ever looked at Trent Dilfer and gave him a. How much is Joe Flacco?
Ray Lewis would have killed him if they did.
Ray Lewis killed somebody else.
Right, Ray Lewis would have stabbed him. Not Ray Lewis, the Zelda 2 runner, but Ray Lewis of real Baltimore Ravens fame would stab somebody if they said something bad about Trent Dilfer. Remember that time?
Trent Dilfer was a good quarterback. He was never rated as like a top tier quarterback. He has like nobody ever said, "Oh, I want Trent Dilfer on my fantasy team."
I did. I forced him on my team so many times when he was on the Bucks because this was the year he was going to do something. Like I do something like that. How about
that was me and Chad Pennington, dude.
Oh, Chad Pennington's another one. We said before. We said Bubby Brister, and we said who was that other clown that I said before from the Jets? Just before Bubby Brister. Oh man, I forgot his name.
Nobody said Sanchez. That's a good one.
Oh, Geno Smith. I mean, Jets have a history of quarterbacks that I love to just laugh at. Chad Pennington was a guy. I remember this very fondly because I hate Jet fans, and I had a few friends that were some Jet fans. I would post Chad Pennington's picture, like his profile picture, in an AOL instant message like daily. When I was talking to somebody, it was like the choke, and then when he finally answers you, you go eat a dick. Like that's what I did to this guy. He's like, "Hey Chris, hey, what's up?" And I just post Chad Pennington's picture and leave the room. And I come back to like 800 IMs of him just flipping out on me. Goddamn guy's my quarterback. You can't stop rubbing it in.
Yeah, he had a arm like a girl.
Oh, he was terrible. Yeah, who's your favorite Legends football player, quarterback? Oh, forget it. Well, you're in Vegas, JSR. You might know a little bit something about Legends fantasy, Legends football.
Legends football. I don't know off the top of my head.
Former lingerie league.
All of them. Actually, I have no idea what you're talking about. So
I need to get into a fantasy
lingerie league.
Yeah, isn't that something great?
Depends on who's in it.
Guy, I was in a fantasy women's WUSA soccer league one time, and I ran away with the thing because I was the only person who watched it and paid attention. But I found 7 other idiots that were willing to put $50 down. I'm like, yeah, okay, let's do this.
I was in a NASCAR fantasy.
I was in NASCAR fantasy as well. I ran a league for a while. We did like a top 5 pick thing.
PGA fantasy is a lot of fun too.
I did that on CBS for a long time with people at work, and we got other people who don't even watch golf to do it as well, like a salary cap, pick 5 people kind of thing.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. Everyone picked Tiger Woods. I picked Mickelson every single time. It was great. Niram, last question. What's the most obscure sport you would actually consider doing some sort of pick'em or fantasy league?
Most obscure sport, ultimate frisbee.
Ultimate frisbee. And JSR, you?
Oof. Bowling.
Bowling. I've done bowling one time. I was fourth. One time I was fourth on ESPN's fantasy bowling. Yeah, ESPN did it one year when they were doing bowling, and I picked the team. I picked a crew of people one time, salary cap based, and I was 4th in the world. And then I didn't like hit top 5,000 any other week after that. I thought I was like great.
I didn't know they did fantasy bowling. I can't even name one single. Ooh, that's a good one. Somebody in my chat just brought one up. Fantasy Z3 Rando.
Dude, like, do you really want to get me pissed off?
Yeah, this is Larry's interview. You got to be careful.
Tell that person, who's that person in chat? Name shame them right now. Because I'm either going to ban them or mod them. I haven't decided yet.
Well, I'm not going to put OGI on blast like that.
All right. You know what? He came into my chat, and he was really friendly with his little link JSR2GALIL Zelda emote, so I'll leave him alone.
He's one of the homies on in my chat. He's one of my. If anybody's at fault for that, it's me.
You threw him under the bus. Like I'm not
They
in.
throw him under the bus.
You
So
warmed
now
up the
I'm
bus.
taking the fall.
You warmed up the bus, then threw him under the bus, and has said, "Yo, can you park this for me?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." That's what you did to him.
I'm a total bus driver. I'm terrible. So now I'm gonna have to like in time.
Well, thanks for joining us, guys. I'm sorry the race got cut off, but if you do want to watch it side by side, we are going to go live in like 10 minutes and actually broadcast the race and then play this back afterwards. It's going to be like the greatest thing ever. The interviews, right?
Like we were actually live.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you ever wanted to watch yourself race live, but not race while you did it? Well, here's your opportunity. And thank you very much. And congratulations, JSR. And congratulations to both of you. We'll see you in the upper deck for the next round.
Yes, sir. I'm excited. Can't wait.
All right, Buzz. That does
Yes,
it.
sir.
That does it right now for this portion of the show. I'd like to thank you for joining us, and let's get these other races in and start season 4.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm ready. I should have been done on Sunday.
It might be Sunday by the time people see this, but we'll pretend it's still today. But thanks very much, and talk to you later.